What's up, Attack MMA? I'm your host, Zach Weicker, and today we got a very special guest. He's a professional fighter with a 6-0 record and will be fighting on the Dana White Contender Series at Week 8. Please welcome Danny Barlow. Danny, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling right now, man.
Love to hear it, man. And before we talk about the fight, I kind of like to give the fans a way to kind of get to know you. So, how and when did you originally get into the sport of MMA?
Man, I've been that how and when. How I was just pretty much, man, just man, I ended up being influenced by I can say Creed, the first Creed that came out, man. I was training, I did other sports like basketball, football, ran track, was actually training for the Olympics at the time. And I seen Creed 3, and I was just like, man, you know what? I wanted to try something new. And I tried it. And it was the hardest thing that I ever did. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm big on like the truth. And I found out that the truth was I really couldn't fight when I tried it. So that's what made me stick to it because I just wanted to get good at it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just my pride, one like made me do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I really can't fight. Like some guys out here, like jujitsu was a big like smack in the face. Like, dang, like like all these athletic guys choking me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's how I got into it. When I said like 2019, man. So I ain't been in the game that long. It's been 5 years.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And you mentioned how it was hard for you at first. So, when did you first realize, like, hey, I'm starting to get good at this, and hey, I can do this at the pro level?
Man, to be honest, um, I still don't feel like that. I never felt like that, man. It's like when you focusing on getting better all the time, you never feel like you never feel easy, you never feel comfortable. There's just it's always pressure. And to those fighters that feel like that, they up for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Because this sport, it's always you got to either put yourself in this position. Like when it's pressure, there is growth. So you know what I'm saying. So if you feel like it's getting too easy, you got to what I'm saying, like heighten up that pressure. Change your training regimens. You know what I'm saying. Do something that's harder because that's where the growth happens. So man, when I found out I was good with basically after each individual fight, my hand was up. So like that was the result of getting better. I can say that.
Definitely, man. And I saw you got the nickname Left Hand to God. So, how that whole origin of you getting that nickname come about?
Man, my coach gave it to me, man. It was a name that was given to me. It was, and humbly accepted, man. I mean, it came how, it was just like I had not just the left hand finish. It's just like it just was a dominant weapon. You see what I'm saying? I feel like and I feel like left hand to God was just more so. You know how they say right hand on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's left hand to God. Like right hand on the Bible, left hand to God. It's like it's the symbolism of truth. You know what I'm saying? And my work ethic and all the hard work I put in was like I'm the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it really stems from, man. The
Gotcha, man. I
finishes,
like,
the hard work. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, man. And now, starting to talk about this fight, how did this opportunity come about, and how did you get the call that you're going to compete on the Contender Series?
I mean, to be honest, man, this opportunity came about. We kind of already like, we worked hard for it, and basically, when you get the resume, it's just like filling out for a job. If they say, man, you got to have this on your background, that's what we went and got. We went and got five. Basically before we signed with the management, we went and got. Our goal was to get 5-0. We got 5-0. We wanted to, like, basically now we need help because now we in the realm of qualifying for the contender series. So we went and signed. After we signed, like, they said we needed one more fight. So that was the plan when we signed. We need to get one more fight. So that's what we did, man. When they got one more fight, made us 6-0. The thing about it sounds simple, and it sounds simple, but it was harder because they were actually going to pull me from my last fight, and it kind of messed up my weight cut because they called me the day before my weigh-in, and I was like, I was like 176, and I had to cut to like 170. So they
Yeah,
called me and it was like they pulling me from the fight because they want me in the contender series. So I got the call the day before my
yeah,
weigh-ins for my last fight. So they pulled me and was like, man, look, we want you to you don't want no banana peels, you know what I'm saying? We don't want no slip ups, you know what I'm saying? So we want you to and that's what, yeah. So basically they pulled me. So I rehydrated like back up to like 10 pounds, like back up to like 185 or something like that. And they called me and was like, and I left the gym. I'm about to head to get something to
Yeah.
eat because like basically I'm gonna prepare, gonna refuel, reset, and prepare for this contender fight. And then they end up calling me, man, and telling me come back to the gym. And actually needed this fight for me to qualify. So basically, I had to, come and cut 15 pounds instead of the 5 that I was gonna have to cut. Now I got to cut this 15. And yeah, it was just like long story short, it was, what I'm saying, just pressure. I got the call. It was some good news, but it's one of the type of situations you want the good news or the bad news. The good news is, what I'm saying, like you still got the opportunity, but now you still need to fight. You know what I'm saying? So we got the fight. We finished in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah. And that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now with the opportunity 100%.
Yeah. And then you said there you had 15 pounds to cut. So how hard was that weight cut for you?
Man, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like I said, for the fans, man, it's always, it's easy to be a fan, bro. So,
Yeah.
But that weight cuts are like, basically, if you've seen what fighters go through for like a regular weight cut,
Yeah.
you be like, man, why they do that? You know what I'm saying? It's actually scary. You know what I'm saying? The eyes rolling, stuck stuck in your head, and you walk around dry lips and you dehydrated, and then you just like why they do that? But the weight cut was just extremely hard. But like I said, I think that's what fueled me for that fight. Because at first I was just gonna go and have fun, but that made it personal. You know what I'm saying? That made it personal.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So yeah, it was extremely hard. That's all I can say. I can't really explain it to where you like people will relate to it, but I
Yeah.
just say extremely hard. Whatever the extremely hard means, it's extremely hard, man.
Yeah, weight cuts are no joke, man. I used to do a little weight cuts for like wrestling when I was in high school. But that's nothing compared to what you're doing, man. So,
Man, 30 pounds, man.
yeah,
5% more. Yeah, 5% body fat. Yeah, man.
yeah.
So,
And now, of
sure.
course, this is the biggest opportunity of your life so far. So, how excited are you to compete on the Contender Series?
I mean, man, to be honest, man, I explain the same scenario because it's the easy way to explain. It's like balancing a quarter, man. It's like you can't be too excited. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't be too calm. Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to manually balance all the emotions. So it's like the excitement is more so like fun, ready to have fun. It's like going to an amusement park. So the excitement is more so you don't get tired of doing nothing fun. You know what I'm saying? Like you can jump on the 4-wheeler and ride all day. You can jump, like go to the basketball court and hoop all day. It's like when you're doing something that you love to do, it's fun. So the excitement is, I can say it's fun. I have like I'm ready to go have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go have fun. But the excitement is like something I don't want. Like just the regular, like emotional, like anxiety, excitement. Like I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of staying away from that emotion right now, man. Cause like I said, man, that ain't how I fight. You know, I don't really fight with emotions. So, like I said, any emotion gets you tired, man. You'll have adrenaline dump before you get to the cage, man. So,
Yeah,
really, I'm excited, man. I feel like but I actually feel like it's well deserved for my coach and my team. All the hard work we put in for years. So it's like the excitement is more so like, yeah, I would be excited if it was something unexpected, but I just feel like, man, it's their time. It's about their time. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
expected for sure.
And now, some people may be looking at your records, only 6-0. You've only been started fighting since 2019. But do you feel like all the hard work you put in behind the doors proves or will prove to everyone why you deserve to be here and be a part of the Contender Series?
Man, definitely. Like, even if you look at my record and you look at my fights and be like, man, he didn't fight nobody, but look at my record though. You know what I'm saying? For like 6-0, 4 first round finishes, man. Just say like, and my last fight I gave a guy a chance nobody ever gave me. Up and coming prospect that can show the people how good I am. No, they never took them fights. They was like, man, he ain't got enough fights. When I had enough fights, they was like, man, like, then it got quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got enough fights to fight you. They just kind of got quiet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just really just took the lead as far as stayed in my lane. It just took over my lane, made my lane look shiny and smooth. You know what I'm saying? So I just been in my lane this whole time having fun. But I definitely feel like, man, I'm ready, I'm prepared. But man, just like I got a lot to show the world. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of swag, man. A lot of consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, a lot representations of my city, proper representations of my race. You know what I'm saying? Because we got so many bad representations of. So I feel like I got a lot to bring. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Definitely, man. And obviously, be doing all that hard training at law school MMA. So, take a deep dive. How would you describe your experience there and your relationships like with your coaches and training partners?
Oh, to be honest, man, we kick each other ass, bro. But not in the way of like, we in anger. It's like, man,
Yeah.
it's like tough love, bro. It's tough love. Like it's not ever an easy day at practice. It's never the same thing. It's nothing you can get used to. I know it's wrestling Wednesday, so you can never like have a like a preconceived notion of about practice. It's like, bro, it's nothing you can ever get used to. And as teammates, we just got a strong bond of love and hard work and push. Like if I don't put it's tough love, like if I don't whoop your ass, somebody else gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? But we do it more technically. You know what I'm saying? We work hard, we push the pace. We give each other like good looks. So it's like I'm not fighting like myself, preparing my teammates for harassment. Meaning I turn into a Russian on like some days. You know what I'm saying? Just so my teammate can get what he's looking for. So everything is more strategic and purposeful. At law school, man, my relationship with my coach is like, man, he's what I'm saying, another father figure. You know what I'm saying? And my teammates is brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's love, and that's what I do. Like I'm more nervous for my teammates' fights than mine. Like I had two teammates that fought in this last week, AJ Cunningham and Paul Kimball, and I was nervous as hell. I didn't know if it was for my fight or they fight. But after they fight, I was just like, damn, okay, it's my turn. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like so that's the relationship we have, man. Just real, man. Really drama free, all hard work, all gas, no break, and it's definitely a gym that if you feel like you didn't got comfortable over the years, man, come really. If you feel like you that good, it's definitely a gym in all weight classes to come check and see what you really at. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Definitely, man. And when you first started training there, did you expect to have such a close bond that you have now?
I'm talking when I first started.
Yeah, when you first started there.
Man, I'm pretty much a leader now. Like, man, I some guys that I started with, those pros that's not even fighting no more. And before I ever had a fight, that was like like they were just amateurs. They just like seasoned amateurs. We had like a couple like 5 fight, pros. We had like a pro, like a good pro that was coming up. He ended up being 2-0, and he had some legal issues. And he stopped, and I thought he was, and I thought that was, so those was my what I'm saying, that was what I was looking at as far as those my leaders. So I wasn't, now me being I didn't win as far as a lot of anybody have went with law school only. So we got guys in the UFC that my coach have had his hands in making. We got Jaleel Willis Bellator. We got Ryan Spann in the UFC. My coach have connection with and relationships with, but I'm 100% Memphis, 100% law school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is going to be the blueprint of what to really work from, like just strictly what law school have to offer. So making it this far, that's why I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't made it, this far, but now starting off, I was just really, more so just like really just following those guys that was ahead of me at the time. Now I have a responsibility of leading. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a totally different job right now.
That's great, man. And to get back on the fight, your opponent will be Raheam Forest. So, what do you know about your opponent, and what do you like about his fighting style and his strengths?
Man, the thing about it is, man, he's from Memphis, man. It's all respect, and it's a and the matchup is crazy. It's crazy, man. Because it feel like, man, everybody, all the guys in the world, man, all the people in the world, they want me to fight another Memphis fighter. Of course, it's purposely done. I became a fan of Memphis, so it's like it kind of caught us off guard to where it's like I started to more so support the fact that both of us were going to be on the show. But then when they announced that we were fighting, it just became, business, man. Like I tell them in the game, you can't take nothing personal. It's either a handshake or a hug. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is just a handshake. So I can't say it was a fight that I physically didn't want, or like it was a moral choice for me. You know what I'm saying? It was more so like, damn, you know. But yeah, now that the fight is here, man, of course, I'm a fan of, like, he gonna give a fight. He gonna give a fight, man. Of course, he got some knockouts on his thing. He get wild, man. He get loose. So I'm a fan of just aggression. I'm a fan of just like him being a pure fighter. You know, that guy that don't have to be sucked into the emotion of, like, I don't have to, like, fuck you, bitch. I don't have to do a lot of, extra shit. Like, you just get in there and just fight, man, and show the world, like, man, this is what we do. Like, easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of, let's say a dog that barks a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't like the dog, that quiet dog, like, so it's just he a quiet dog, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got to do a lot of bark. And I feel like I match that energy. I even have more of a calm posture about it. But like I said, man, I like him, man. I love him. You know what I'm saying? He's a Memphis fighter, and I support him. And the good thing, man, Memphis gonna come home with a UFC, you know what I'm saying, contract, Memphis. So I'm a fan of just the matchup, and it's a great fight. You know, it's a fight that our hometown been wanting. You know what I'm saying? So it's the time. That's how
Yeah,
I feel about it,
definitely.
man. Yeah.
And I noticed that you and him both competed at CFFC 121 your last fight. So did you have any interaction with him, or were you able to see his last fight?
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I support him for sure. You know what I'm saying? The interactions are always cordial. You know what I'm saying? My guy, man. Like, like you said, he go fishing, man. He dropped off fish to me. You know what I'm saying? So we really just became supporters of Memphis, with each other. But like I said, anytime there's a Memphis guy on the card, I'm on their team. You know what I'm saying? So even in this fight, I'm on their team. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hopefully we can give the fight of the year, but he got to meet me up there, though. You know what I'm saying? He got to meet me there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if my mountain is higher than his. You know what I'm saying? But he got to meet me on the top of. We got to meet on the top of the highest mountain. You know what I'm saying? So and I wish that we both could come home with 2 Memphis contracts, but yeah, man. So we fight for the king of Memphis right now, man. And you know what I'm saying? All pressure is accepted. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Like, yeah, he had interactions. I had interactions with him.
Gotcha, man. And now stylistically, how are you looking at this fight with him?
Man, to be honest, man, when you fight, man, realistically, like I talk to a lot of, like, I talk to my cameraman, I talk to all my guys. I done spoiled a lot of people in my city, man, and have seen me, do what I do for years, and I make it look easy. But man, before every fight, you have to respect the fact that you can either get put to sleep or go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be, willing to either get put to sleep, or, you know what I'm saying, or get choked out. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he got the ability. Everybody on this level got the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like style is like, as far as the style, I feel like, man, like I have like I make those reads. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what he do. I see what he do, but I can do. It's like if he can catch me before I find out what I want to do. See what I'm saying? Because I fight everybody different. Even though you might see, like, a lot of guys haven't got past me reading them in the first round. So a lot of the guys haven't gotten past the read. So it's like a lot of people may think I'm just hitting people with the left hand, but that's just a tool that I read. You know what I'm saying? But my wrestling is A1, my jiu-jitsu is A1. It's just like I fight on the outside end. So I feel like if he can interrupt same for every fighter. You know what I'm saying? If you can interrupt my read and my adjustment, if you can be first and you can, you know what I'm saying, but basically out, like, take that pressure and be more pressure than what I'm bringing, then you got a chance. If not, man, it's the same result for anybody that's stepping the cage with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring the same results every day. Yeah. So yeah.
Definitely, man. And of course, with the Contender series, you have the opportunity to meet Dana White. So when you get a chance to talk to him, well, how do you think that exchange would go, and what do you want to tell him?
Man, give me some money, man. Like, I took out, man, I want some bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the bread. Y'all got it. That's all I got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a fan of no man. I respect what he do. I love UFC. You know, I love like any opportunity to give guys to live their dreams. You know what I'm saying? But my respect is always for the fighter. So if me and Daniel Cormier would be more of an experience because I like to meet people that I can learn something from. You know what I'm saying? So with Dana White, man, all thing he can do is talk to me about some business and some bread, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I really let them know, man. Like, hey, appreciate the opportunity, win, lose, or draw, and let's do business. You know what I'm saying? It's an automatic. Like with other people, it can become personal. Like with that, like with any fighter that's commentator, anybody else, it'll be more so like, man, what can you tell me about the game personally? But Dana White don't know nothing about the fight game, as far as how it feels to get in that cage and throw hands like this. So it ain't too much that I really can really connect with him on that level other than business. So with him, man, it's all about the business, it's all about the bread. Because win, lose, or draw, next fight. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So when it come down to that, man, I'm just thanking him for the opportunity of anything.
Definitely, man. And of course, with this opportunity, you get the chance to earn that UFC contract. So, how much does that mean for you and your family to become a UFC fighter?
I mean, that's $1 million accomplishment, man. Like I don't look at things from more so the financial perspective. I already made it, man. I'm from the hood, man. I'm from the bottom, man. And it's a blessing to make it out. You could say it's a lot of guys have made it out, but realistically, a lot of guys haven't made it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of the guys that can really that'll be a table stone for me to say, like, I accomplished a goal that I reached for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a graduation. You know what I'm saying? That's a you can say that's a graduation. Like that's what a raise. You know what I'm saying? For the job that I do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's everything. I feel like Conor McGregor is probably a almost a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather is a billionaire, but it's all about that dub. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't buy an undefeated record. You can't buy the you know what I'm saying the you know what I'm saying the world greatest. You know what I'm saying like title. You can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy a champion. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy UFC fighter. The same thing. You can't. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you have to work for. It's something that you have to like put a lot of work in for and compete for. But at the same time, it's not about the money. Like this right there is like that's my $1 million check right there. And not because it's the UFC, because it's a goal that I have accomplished that 1 million people want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that one that have that one more fight to do this. You know what I'm saying? That 15 minutes, like I can go back years of time. So in that 15 minutes, years in time will show. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, so yeah, it's worth more. Like it's worth more than anything that you can ever buy. You know what I'm saying? It's worth more than a new Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about who behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So I make the suit, I make the car, I make any facility I walk in. Once you have the title of what you accomplish, you make it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, the suit make them, the car make them, the house make them. But once you get those things and those accomplishments that nobody can buy, that no price can buy you those things, man, that's more than being rich, man. So it's worth it, man. Everything. It's the next fight. Every that next fight is worth everything.
Definitely, man. Truly going to be a great accomplishment because you will achieve it. I promise you that. I got faith in you, man. But my final
Yeah.
question for you is when you make it to the UFC, what are some dream fights that you have?
Man, to be honest, man, I want this. I feel like a good fight. I feel okay. Let me just say this first. I feel like once you get to the UFC level, man, I tell people, bro, you can be a rock paper scissors champ. Like you can be a rock paper scissors champ, but one day, yo, you gonna throw a paper and somebody gonna come like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like one day you gonna throw a ball and somebody gonna cuff it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one day you gonna throw a rock and somebody gonna throw paper, bro. So so it's for me to ask for those type of fights. I gotta work for it. But man, really, I want that. I want to show I want to basically test my striking. I mean, in the UFC, like matches make fights. So I want to get to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Like, that's a fight. That's a fun fight for me. I want to really see, like, man, I want to feel that, man, that's legit. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Like, somebody that I know, man, look, we finna stand up and we finna arts and craft this shit. You know what I'm saying? We finna have fun. We finna be swag. We finna have a lot of fun. And like, I ain't got to worry about you wrestling me. Don't worry about me wrestling you. We finna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a lot of wrestling into then. Kevin Holland, man, I feel like how I respect what he could do. I don't know about his work ethic because he's a vet to me. A vet to me is a guy that, like in basketball, that's my sport. I don't care how tall you is, how good you is, how athletic you are. I know shortcuts to win. I know ways to win. So I respect everybody that's an elder, and I feel like he's a vet, so I respect it. Like in other guys, I feel like he's the younger guy that still have a lot in him. But the Uzmas, I don't really seek to fight the Uzma because I feel like beating him, I'm still beatable in his eyes and to the fans. But to me, I feel like he's beatable to me, but that's a setback. You know what I'm saying? That's a setback for me. But I feel like I have something. It'll be a fun fight to check out Steve and Wonderboy Thompson, man. So I feel like he's one of the greatest strikers in the 170 division. Yeah, like I said, Kevin Holland, I would like to, because I feel like he got what it takes to really be a champion right now. And I feel like he's the like I say, the most. I feel like he's the up next. I feel like he up next, man. I feel like he up next, and I feel like it's on him if he gonna get it. But I don't feel like it's nobody in the 170 division that's better than him as far as like the just the abilities. You know what I'm saying? Especially him coming down from 185, getting used to competing on a UFC level with bigger guys. Man, I don't see nobody in 170 bigger than him. Strong, like I don't like their range and their reach. It's like it's gonna be hard for a lot of guys to deal with. So I feel like that fight would be a great test for me once I get to that level. And I could say, man, Hamzat, man, I feel like beating Hamzat would that's the dream fight for me. Like that's the fight that if I get, I'll be like, look, like if I beat this guy, I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. Like I feel like that's a fight that I prove something. That'll be the biggest challenge for me. And I like challenges. So I feel like beating Hamzat would be like the all of all, like you know what I'm saying, fights. So I feel like he's on the way up. And a lot of these guys just not really active no more, like the like 170 division not active. So it just be good to get in there and get some action, some action going. And like eventually, go up and like test, my just test, my skills at 185 and to really see where I'm at, man. Just start rolling the dice a little bit. But right now I'm not in that mode to roll dice. I'm in that mode of getting the jobs done, like getting past these convincing fights, getting past these fights of convincing myself, convincing my team, my city, convincing UFC, convincing, you know what I'm saying, like everybody that once I let people know that I can, this is what I'm coming and what I offer, this is the product that I'm selling, and they want to see it, they want to buy it, then that's when I would, you know what I'm saying, relax more and roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not ducking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So that's where I'm at with it, bro.
Yeah, those are some great picks, man. Is there anything you want to plug or shout out for you out of here?
You said what?
Anything you want to plug or shout out before you head out of here?
I just want to shout out, man, whole Memphis, Tennessee, man. Man, I'm representing South Memphis, man. For this card, since it's Memphis on Memphis, now representing Westwood, man, South Memphis, representing God Body Fitness and Nutrition. I represent KO Comp. I represent LAW School MMA. I represent what I'm saying, individually, like people, my mom, my dad, like people that have gave me individual focuses. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't give you the same focus. Some people say, man, watch out for this, man, watch out for that. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, so shout out to everybody, man, everybody that's fans, everybody that's supporters. You know what I'm saying? To my supporters, I love them. To my fans, you know what I'm saying, let's keep doing good business. But yeah, man. So yeah, to the haters, man, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And to you, bro, man, keep putting in that work, man. hope this interview, we get another one of these, man. We talking about how I feel afterwards, you know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, man. So you keep doing what you're
Definitely.
doing, man. So shout out to you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And it's been a pleasure having you on. I wish the best of luck for you. Folks, I'll be all for today. Until next time. Peace.
Yes, sir.